But the show changed. Like she said in the beginning, the first three, she said the first 3 seasons, she said they laughed. They were a family. These girls loved one another. These women were
fun.
She said it was fun. She said it was so much fun. And then the moment that the drama started to hit and the ratings started to come in and there was more demand for drama, she said that's when everything changed and it stopped being fun. And that's really, really what kind of sunk in with us as well. Yeah. And I'll tell you the reason why, and I wasn't going to do, Alexa and I wasn't going to do any interview. We weren't going to tell anybody about this, David. We weren't going to go on and talk about this. And you were the one that I trusted because I know that you're a follower of mine and I've done readings with you and I've been on your podcast many times and we just love and adore you. But the tough part is the reason why we're doing this interview with you and, you know, a handful of places is that people were literally, the minute that this started, like it was leaked that Alexa was on it. We did not tell a soul. We didn't tell a soul. We didn't want to be associated. We didn't want the name being out there. And it was leaked that, I don't know if it was leaked by it had to be leaked by the girls, that Alexa was on the show. And that caused so many issues for us. Because we kept telling the producers, like, did you tell them? Oh, no, we didn't tell them. We didn't tell them. Well, somehow someone found out that they were talking to Alexa, even though we never signed anything. We never, Alexa never agreed. And the hard part is that we couldn't get out of that. You know, there were people coming by and taking pictures of our house. They would come
to like, oh, so you're filming, like you guys are in Rhode Island Housewives, and oh my, even ask you. So is your wife on, you know, Housewives of Rhode Island? And we're like, no,
it was everyone. It was everyone, and it's like, you know, they were starting to put her in the alleged cast. And, you know, we didn't want to be part of the drama from day. The show's not even out. And we were on the alleged cast and there's pictures being put out there and all this stuff. And we're like, we don't want to be, we're not a part of it. We're not. So this is really to clear the air. Alexa's not part of it. She's not doing it. They did tell you, though. They did tell you that you had an open invitation to walk on anytime you wanted.
Pretty much.
I'm wondering if producers leaked it to try to maybe get you to say yes.
That's definitely an option. I don't know.
People are literally what, like tourists in Rhode Island are driving around to different houses and just saying like, this is so-and-so's house and this is your house. People are outside saying you're going to be on the cast.
Well, no, I think that what ended up happening was some people in Rhode Island started a blog and then they were trying to, so there was this list going on in Rhode Island. So it's kind of like who you know, like, you know, okay, you know, Matt and Alexa, are you on it? Are you not? Did you get approached? And like people were going around like friends of friends. Somebody had these multiple lists. These girls got together, these group of girls in Rhode Island, and they knew one of the alleged housewives, and they put together this list of kind of who was interviewed, who was on it, who was talking about it. And it went from a very long list to people being crossed off to, so there is a list floating around, put it to you that way.
Yeah, I have a list here myself.
I'm sure you do. There is a list that's floating around. There is a list that's on the, there is a list that's floating around. There is a list that's up on the website and on our website, I should say, on Instagram and whatnot. And that's kind of what they're working off.
But nothing has been confirmed by Bravo yet, besides their show.
Except for this, there are 4 girls that are filming.
And Dolores has confirmed that I mean, listen, from what it sounds like to me, Dolores has no connection to any of these people, and she's going to come up and maybe pop in and then go home.
I don't know her, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
You know, I have to tell you, I think your decision, like people would ask these questions at your live show, Matt. Like when you do Q&A and you have a reading, I'm telling you, it's so, your show has nothing to do with this, but people would then come. It's so all-encompassing, Housewives. I mean, you have actresses in Beverly Hills that have had career. Now, it's not Nicole Kidman or Julia Roberts. Yes, they're at a different point in their career, but they've had whole careers. And it's like, then you go on the show. It's just like, it's all-encompassing. It takes over everything. I can't explain it. And yes, the fan base is rabid in a good way, but in a very bad way as well. It's like the most toxic thing I've ever seen in my life, honestly. And other reality shows are not the same. I don't mean like you guys had a family, like even like Drag Race and other shows where there's like actual people. It's just not the same. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I didn't know
just
about
from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Just with every franchise, you know, just New York, you know, this one, that, it's just, it's just the fan base. I don't know. They're just a little toxic.
Well, when I don't know if it's that. I think they kind of make it that way because when I went to go and film at the Real Housewives of, I think it's New York, I filmed on, what one's Dorinda on New York, right?
Yeah.
Over there to film, the producers had literally said to me, Matt, just before you go on, we're letting you know, so you're not a fish out of water, that it is going to be tough in there. These girls don't like one another. Like, they told me this, and I'm like, and our show was like different. Like, everybody was like talking and speaking and like hugging one another and whatnot. And when we walked in, well, it was just crazy. It was just like nobody talked with one another.
Heavy.
It was heavy. The energy was just heavy. It was different. It was like when you walked in, like, I know a lot of people say like the drama isn't real. It's not real. It's not real. Let me tell you something. I was there. Okay. I walked in and you could feel it. You could feel it amongst the cast, amongst the crew, amongst the girls. I was like, oh boy. Oh,
Did they try to tell you like, hey, you had a hit show on E, Meet the Frasers? Wasn't that a great experience? Like, did they try to imply that this would be anything like that?
In certain ways, they're like, we know that you're no stranger to TV. We know that Alex and this one and that one, and we know that you guys know what it's like. And we're like, yeah, not like
Yeah,
that.
it would have been nothing like that.
I have to be honest, that's what I told them. I said, why? Look, we had our own show. Why would I agree to be a part of an ensemble cast when I was the star? Like, why would I go from star to like ensemble cast? Like, you know what I mean? Not that it's still cool, right? Like, it's cool to like feature and like do all this stuff, but it's like for a show that I don't want, you know what I mean? Like, that I didn't even want to be a part of. And then I have to be a part of all of these other people. Like, no, no.
But imagine if you did want it, then it would have been a whole different process. Then they would have been somewhere on interview 6, they would have said, have you ever had problems with Matt? Have you guys ever had marital problems? Like, has there ever been a fight? They would have asked this.
Oh my God,
100%.
I'm sure they probably already had a storyline cast. I'm probably sure that,
you're on the road all the time for work. They would, trust me, it would be they would get it right. It would be already be scripted of what would happen.
Straight out, I'm like, I love my husband. I love my children. I love my house. I cook, I clean, I take care of my kids. We go on little family trips. We do our thing. Like, I am very content and happy with my life. I am happy with what we've built together. I'm happy with my work and his work and just like, we don't need this. We don't need it. We have what we want, and we worked very hard to get it. And, we're proud of it. And it aligns with who we truly are.
But also we've gotten people don't realize we've gotten so many opportunities to go back on television. Yeah. And right now we're taking a break. But because we need it with the 2 kids.
See our kids currently screaming.
Yeah, we're gonna get off of this really quick. But I think we will eventually come back, when the time is right. Right now it's just like chaotic with the kids and whatnot. Like, oh my God.
Your tour schedule.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. But yeah.
Is there anything else I didn't cover that you guys want to cover? Anything else to your story that I didn't bring up? You've answered like most of that's pretty much what I expected. And I think personally, based on what you're saying, I think you made the right decision. That's just my opinion.
Thanks.
I would have given you the same advice as Caroline. I mean, yeah, I think they prey on people that want to get on TV, and that is what it is. I'm not even saying that in a negative way. If you want to be on TV, this could be a great vehicle, but you have already been on TV, and I don't think it's conducive if you're in a happy marriage with a happy family.
Exactly. And it's not negative that these girls want to be on it.
Right.
Definitely an opportunity. Just like I said, like, they're not really like, these girls are not like household name, like an Olivia Coco or Taylor Swift or whatever. So they will become one. Like, you know what I mean? If they want to become one, then yes, this is the avenue to do so. And this is, Bravo, Housewives, that's nothing to sneeze at. That is a huge deal. And the fact that they're doing a Housewives of Rhode Island is huge. I mean, it's huge for our state. It's huge for these girls. It's huge for everybody. And you know what? I hope it does well, because it'll put Rhode Island on the map, hopefully give these girls what they want from it. And, just hopefully they're happy with it. Hopefully they don't end up regretting it, because that's really hard to, put yourself out there and then want to get back in. You can't.
You can't. Well, once it comes out, you guys will have to come back and you'll have to let me know your feelings as it airs.
Yeah.
Share your Instagrams, especially you, Matt, so everyone could buy tickets to come see you, or if they want a reading. But I'll share both when this comes out.
If you want to get away from the drama and you want to speak to the dead, meetmattfraser.com, and Alexa's easy too.
Alexa Fraser Official. And that's my Instagram, my TikTok's Alexa Fraser, YouTube Alexa Fraser, all of that.
I'll share it all when this comes out. Thank you guys. I wanted to talk to you. I mean, I just, sorry to spend so much time talking about Housewives, but this audience will eat it up. And yes, if anyone wants a reading, I am all for readings. I love a good reading. So I'll have to come back to you and get a reading soon. So I really appreciate your time.